Tomorrow, my friend and I are getting new glasses, and after that, we'll see. Back with Iceberg Gaming here with today's World of Warcraft gold farming guide video, and according to Bone Thugs and Harmony, it is a new month, so it is time once again for one of my top 5 gold farm lists for the upcoming month. Today we've got July of 2023. My, how the time flies. How many boomers does it take to change a light bulb? None, they just sit around and complain that the light bulb doesn't want to work anymore. Starting things off at number 5 on the list, I've got the Tiller's Farm for Pandaria mats, and we're going to use these both to sell and for crafting. Now, this is kind of a staple of mine. The reason I've got it on the list this month is because with Fire Festival, I was just able to level up a couple more alts pretty easily. The combination of Fire Festival plus the Winds of Sanctuary buff made leveling extremely fast, so I got a couple more alts ready for my Tiller's Farm. So we got them farming away for materials, and you can both sell the materials and you can use them for crafting. For Pandaria Transmog, there's a lot of good crafted Transmog in Pandaria, plus the crafted Dreadful Gladiator gear for the Mage Tower. So all in all, very low effort, high reward with the Tiller's Farm. Next up on the list at number 4, I'm putting in Fire Festival. Now, you guys know I love holidays for making gold in World of Warcraft, and the reason why Fire Festival is so low on the list for this month is because it's going to end on July 5th, so it's only going to be active for 5 days during the month of July, so that's not that great for the month. So you just have a couple days left to finish up your Fire Festival farming in July. That's why it's so low on the list this month. Next up on the list at number 3, we've got Mana Tombs. This is one of my favorite transmog farms. It is also great because you can get Eternium Prison Keys and Corium Ore, so even if you have bad luck with the transmog drops, you're still going to get something out of it. If you guys have ever tuned into one of my live streams, you know that I have terrible luck with loot drops, especially transmog drops. That's why I like to do transmog farms that you also get something else to sell. So, for example, with our Mana Tombs farm, even if we had bad luck with our transmog drops, we're still getting a decent amount of gold from the Corium and the keys. Corium is rare, so you're going to get a lot more adamantite than Corium, but you should get at least a couple of nodes per 10 runs. You should get at least like 2, maybe 3 nodes of Corium. Next up on the list, I've got a Dual Gathering route for you. Now, Dual Gathering is not that great right now with the price of everything is dropping, especially with the region-wide auction house and things being a little bit over-farmed right now. So Dual Gathering is not that great, but this route is going to be pretty good because you're going to get the glow spore things from the caverns, and those are one of the few things that's still worth it to farm up. In addition to the usual gathering materials you're going to get from this route, you're also getting these Zalarek glow spores for quite a bit of additional value. They're one of the few things that still holds value a little bit, but they are dropping in price like everything, so take that with a grain of salt. But this is the route that I recommend. You're going to kind of do loops around the outside, around the outside of the Zalarek, the caverns. Next up on the list at the number 1 spot, coming for that number 1 spot, I've got Sunken Temple. This is a very good transmog farm, but in addition to that, I run it with a leather a skinner to get a bunch of leather. We're looking at like thick leather and heavy leather and stuff like that. So classic leathers that are fairly rare. They're the highest level ones, so they usually sell for a decent amount. Once again, as I mentioned earlier, my favorite transmog farms are ones you get other stuff also, so this definitely qualifies. You're going to be getting a decent amount of gold through the leather, even if you have bad luck with the transmog. But some of the best transmog drops in the game come from Sunken Temple. There's very expensive items, like the Phase Blade is one I can think of offhand. So this is definitely a farm worth running, and it is coming in for number 1 for this month on my list. So that's my list for the month. We've got at number 1, Sunken Temple for Transmog plus Leather. Number 2, ZC for Dual Gathering. Number 3, Mana Tombs for Transmog, Corium, and Keys. Number 4, Firefest for Battle Pets. And number 5, the Tiller's Farm for Pandaria materials. As always, hit me up in the comments section what you agree or disagree with. As long as it is respectful, I'm always happy to hear differing opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the lists, and we'll see you next month for another one, and we'll see you tomorrow for another gold farming guide video.